All right, let's take a look at one more example. So we're doing a whole number divided by a decimal. The difference this time is the decimal number we're using actually is in the hundredth spot. So we're going to look at how to do that one. So we're doing 2 divided by 25 hundredths. So the idea is the same. We're going to take these and we're going to break them apart, and then we're going to color them out so that we can see how many groups of 25 hundredths are there inside of 2. So the first thing I'll do is I'll break them apart into tenths. There we go. So now they're all in groups of tenths. So I'll go through and start coloring it. So that's one group. Then there's another group. Now we realize the problem. If I color another group, that's 3/10. That's too much. That's not what I want. So what I'll have to do is I'll take this tenths and I'll have to further break that down into hundredths. And now we'll have to color these individual pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, this time, just to make my life easier, I'm going to leave it as red and yellow. So that was 25 hundredths in red. There's 5 hundredths already in yellow. 15, 25. So there's 25. Now, for those of you who are having a hard time seeing it, this one, I'll do one set in green, but then after that, I'm going to leave every other one yellow because I only need to separate them out so I can see the difference between them. I don't actually need to rotate through all the different colors. So notice there's my first group of 25 hundredths. Here's my second group of 25 hundredths. So now I can do a yellow group of 25 hundredths. So 1/10, 2/10. Now I need 5 of these hundredths to be yellow, and the other 5 is going to go to the next group. So we'll break that apart, okay? And my next group will make those red. So that's 3, 4, and 5, and then 2/10. Notice I've got 1 set, 2 set, 3 sets, 4 sets so far of 25 hundredths, okay? So we'll go ahead and we'll do the next section. 1, 2, break this one apart, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'll leave these 5 yellow and the next 2 rows yellow, and we'll make this one red. Red. I'll split this one apart so that I can get a group of 5. It'd be great if I could do this, but it won't let me. I was hoping it would let me group them together. Color them all at once. 3, 4, and 5. Now I've broken it all down into groups of 25 hundredths. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 groups of 25 hundredths. So if I start with 2 and I find out how many groups of 25 hundredths there are inside of it, there are 8 groups inside of it, which makes sense because, like we talked about, if you're taking a whole number and you're dividing it by something smaller than 1, the answer should get larger because you're finding out how many small pieces are inside of it. It should get bigger.